Hello dear friends, welcome to the lecture of numerical methods. We are studying interpolation. In earlier lectures we have seen the different type of difference operators, that is a forward difference operator, backward difference operator, shift operator, and the relation between these operators we have studied. In this lecture we will study Newton's formulae for interpolation. There are two types of formulae for interpolation. One is Newton's forward difference interpolation formula and another is Newton's backward difference interpolation formula. But before that we will see an important result which is about differences of a polynomial. So the result is simple and to save the time I have written the result. We will see the meaning of this result. Let y of x be a polynomial of nth degree. Then that polynomial can be written like this. Nth degree means maximum power of x is n in the terms. So these are written as a0 x power n plus a1 x decreasing order of powers of x plus a1 x to the power n minus 2 and so on. The last term is constant. So this is an expression of nth degree polynomial. Now from this we write the value of y at x plus h. Y of x plus h, and that is easy to write. In place of x, write x plus h in each term. So that is y of x plus h. Now we take its difference, y of x plus h minus y of x, and the difference is written subtracting the terms, consecutive terms or corresponding terms. A0 is common, x plus h power n minus x power n plus a1 is taken common from these two terms, a1 in bracket x plus h power n minus 1 minus x to the power n minus 1 and so on plus remaining terms. Now what about this difference? So this is the forward difference of y at x. Y of x, delta y of x is y of x plus h minus y of x. Next value here it is denoted by h. The difference between the steps is h, and therefore this is next value x plus h and previous value is x. So this is a forward difference of y at x. So we have seen that is a delta y0 is equal to y1 minus y0. So this is delta of y of x, that is y at x plus h minus y of x, and that is equal to, now you see the right side. Now what happens in the right side term is a0 is a constant, and see this bracket, this we have to expand by binomial theorem, and it is x plus h to the power n. So what is the terms of this expansion will be x power n plus n into h into x power n minus 1. So that according to the binomial expansion, plus next will be n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial h square x power n minus 2 and so on. And this is from this expression the term subtracted is x power n. So that gives, see this term, first term cancels with this, and what is the remaining term? This is multiplied by a0. So what is important is to note this, the power of the term of x power n cancels, and what is remaining is the terms nh x power n minus 1 plus remaining terms, that is less degree terms, n minus 1, n minus 2, etc. And therefore we have written here a0 into this term, a0 into nh x power n minus 1 plus a1 dash, the term of x minus x to the power n minus 2 is there in this expression. Again that term will be in this expression and so on. The remaining terms will be of power less power, that is x minus x to the power n minus 2 plus that remaining will be a2 prime. The notation is changed, here it is a1 is used, here a1 dash is used. These are the coefficients, and plus an dash. So it is x power n minus 2 plus so on up to an dash. So where these are the new coefficients, a1 dash, you should note a1 dash etc. are new coefficients, and this shows that the first difference, so this is the first difference of a polynomial of nth degree is a polynomial of, now see this is a polynomial of n minus 1th degree, higher power is n minus 1, and therefore the first difference reduces the degree by 1. So first difference of nth degree polynomial will be a polynomial of n minus 1th degree, and similarly the second difference will be a polynomial of n minus 2nd degree, and the coefficient of x power n minus 2 will be a naught n into n minus 1 into h square. Now how to verify this? You may write delta y of x is there. Write delta of y of x plus h and subtract this as like this, and then we will get the coefficient of x power n minus 2 as a naught into n minus 1 into h square, and thus the third difference will be a polynomial of degree n minus 3 and so on. Nth difference will be a constant. So because nth difference will be constant, will be a polynomial of degree x to the power n minus n, that is x to the power 0 means it is a constant, and thus the nth difference is the coefficient of that will be a naught, and see the first coefficient is a naught into n into h, and that is n into n minus 1 into h square. Next will be a naught n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 h cube and so on. For nth difference it will be a factorial of n minus 1 n minus 2 up to 1. So it is n factorial and the power of h will be n. So this is the nth difference, and which is a constant. So that is to be noted, means the nth difference of a nth degree polynomial is constant, because every time we take the difference the degree reduces by 1, and hence the remaining differences, further differences, higher differences, means n plus 1th difference, n plus 2nd difference will be 0, because the earlier difference is constant, and thus the higher differences will be all 0. So this is the result of a polynomial of nth degree. Its nth difference is constant and higher differences are 0. And what is the converse part of this? If the nth difference of a tabular function, the values are given in a table, is constant and the higher differences are 0, then the tabulated function is a polynomial of degree n. So this the converse is also true. Here, if the polynomial is of nth degree, its nth difference is constant, and conversely if nth difference is constant, then that is a polynomial of degree n. So this is the result about differences of a polynomial that we have to note. And now we will see the Newton's formula for interpolation that we shall consider. And again we will have tabulated values. So tabulated values we will have as x naught, y naught. That means values are given in a table. So data is given, and we want to find a polynomial for that data to fit a polynomial, and then we can obtain the value of y for required value of x. For given value of x, we can find the value of y, that is estimate the values which is not in the table. Let x naught, y naught, x1, y1 and so on, x2, y2 etc. xn, yn be given tabulated values or given data in a table, means x column and corresponding value will be given as y column, be given tabulated values. And further what we have to assume here, or that what is necessary in this also, the difference between the values of x is fixed, that is finite difference is fixed, means these values are equally spaced. So we have to find a polynomial of degree n. We have to find a polynomial of degree n, or polynomial See, suppose that polynomial is yn x of degree n, which satisfies this these values. So this is our problem, and let the values of x be equally spaced. Equally spaced means the difference is a constant, that is, we have xi is equal to x naught plus ih, and I takes value 0, 1, 2 up to n. So what the meaning of this is, x naught is equal to x naught, I is 0, and x1 is equal to x naught plus h, x2 is equal to x naught plus 2h, and so on. So this is the meaning. And since yn is polynomial of degree n, we can write yn as, or yn x as a naught. Now we consider constant term as a naught, and then the higher terms as a1 x power a1 x, etc. So plus a naught plus into plus a1 x minus x naught plus a2 x minus x naught x minus x1, and plus a3, etc. A3 will be x minus x naught plus into x minus x1 into x minus x2, and so on. So our plus dot dot up to, and last will be an, and the terms will be x minus x naught, x minus x1, so on up to x minus xn minus 1. So these are the terms of this is the expression for the polynomial that we have assumed. So we shall suppose this as 1. How we can consider this as you see the powers of x. Here a naught is a constant. This is a1 into x, the term of x, plus a2, and this is the term of x into x, that is x square, or this can be written in the form as y of x is equal to a naught plus a1 dash. The coefficient will change. This is a naught dash also. Because a1 x naught is a constant, that will get added this a1 into x, that is a1 dash x plus a2 dash x square or a2 prime x square, and so on up to an prime x prime n, x to the power n. So last is, see how many terms are there. So 0th first, and the last is n minus 1, means total n terms are there starting with 0, and therefore this is the power of x, x into x n times x raised to n. So thus this is the polynomial of degree n, and it is written in this form. Now what we shall do is, we put the values of x as x naught, x1, x2 in succession or successively, putting x is equal to putting the values of x as x naught, x1, x2 successively, not at the same step, but in different steps in succession. In 1 we get. Now if you put x is equal to x naught in 1, so what will happen? You see, if you put x is equal to x naught as in 1, so y at x naught, that will be y naught, and the right side is, see the right side will be see a1 x naught, x is x naught, so this term vanishes, and if this term vanishes, it occurs in the further terms, so all the remaining terms will vanish, and the equation will become as, our first term will be y at x naught. We are putting x is equal to x naught, and y at x naught or yn at x naught is equal to y naught. The values, see, at x naught the value of y is y naught. So this is the expression that we have to note. And so the value of yn at x1 is equal to y1. So we have the value of y at x1 is y1, and so on. So therefore the first relation is yn at x naught means y naught. So we get y naught. And what is the right side? Left side is y naught. What is the right side? A naught. That is equal to a naught. And what about remaining? We are putting x is equal to x naught. So this is x naught minus x naught, 0. Here also x naught minus x naught. And this term is repeated in each, this factor is repeated in each term next. And therefore remaining all terms will be 0. And thus we get y naught is equal to a naught. Next, what we put is x is equal to x1. So if put x1 on left side, yn at x1 is y1. So that gives y1 is equal to, and what is the right side? It is a naught. That is fixed value. A naught plus a1. a1, x is x1. So x1 minus x naught. That is the term we have obtained here. And what about the next term? We are putting x is equal to x1. So this is x1 minus x1. This becomes 0. And next all terms will remain 0, because what will be the next term? a3, x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2. And that will become 0. So and remaining terms will be 0 when we put x is equal to x1. So this much will remain. And now what we are going to put is x is equal to x2, and yn at x2 is y2. So this is y2 is equal to, again this is a naught plus a1, x is x2, so x2 minus x naught, and 8 plus a2, and what is x is x2, x2 minus x naught, x2 minus x1, and so on. So from these, what we shall simplify this again. So these, from these we get, or we can write, we find that. Now we want to write the value of a naught. So that we will write a naught is equal to y naught, first value. And then what the next value we shall consider is delta y naught. Now delta y naught is, now what is delta of y naught? By definition of forward difference, we are using forward difference. Delta of y naught is y1 minus y naught, and this y1 minus y naught can be obtained from this. See, this is y1, and y1 minus y naught. What is y naught? Y naught is a naught. So this is y1 minus a naught. And what is y1 minus a naught from this? You see, y1 minus, shift this term on this left side, y1 minus a naught, and that is a1 into x minus x1 minus x naught, and this is equal to, so a1, what is x1 minus x naught? x1 minus x naught. See, from this, x1 is x naught plus h. So x1 is equal to x naught plus h, putting I is equal to 1. So what is x1 minus x naught? That is h. So this is a1 into h, and thus from the this extreme left term, delta y naught is equal to a1h. This gives a1 is equal to divide by h, delta y naught divided by h. So this is the value of a1 we have obtained. And further, next what is the delta of y1 we will consider. Delta y1. So what is delta y1? Delta y1 will be y2 minus forward difference, y2 minus y1. And what is y2 minus y1? You see, this is y2, and this term, whole term is y2, and this is y1. Subtract this. So that is we have to refer the earlier expressions for or obtaining these. From these we are obtaining from these, so these are to be referred. Y2 minus y1. Now see, from y2 y1 is to be subtracted, a0 cancels, and this is a1 x2 minus x0 minus a1 x1 minus x0. Take a1 common, so that is a1 in bracket. What remains in bracket? X2 minus x0 minus x1 minus x0. So that x0 cancels in this subtraction, and what is remaining is x2 minus x1. X2 minus x1 will remain, and thus these two terms are we have subtracted, and this remains as it is, plus a2, and this is x2 minus x0, and that is x2 minus x1. So thus this is the delta y1. And now what is a1 x2 minus x1? Again x2 minus x1 is the difference of immediate terms, that is h. So this is equal to a1 h, and plus what about the second 8? What is difference of x2 and x0? That is 2h, because the difference between consecutive term is h, or you refer this expression, that is 2h. So this is 2h, and this is again h. So this is what we have obtained is delta of y1. Yes, delta of y1, and that is again delta of y1 is y2 minus y1. So therefore here we can take this as a1h plus a2 into 2h square. So this can be transferred on left side, and now I shall write here. See, this is delta y1 is equal to delta of y1 is equal to a1h. Now you see a1h from this, a1 into h is delta y0 from the earlier. So back steps we have to refer, and a1h is delta y0, delta y0, and this we will write as it is 2h square into a2 plus 2h square into a2, and from that we can have delta y1 minus delta y0 is equal to 2h square into a2. But what is this? This is the second difference at y0, delta y1, or you can see this delta can be taken common. What is y1 minus, what remains in bracket, y1 minus y0, and what is y1 minus y0? It is delta of y0. So this is delta y0, or therefore this is delta square at y0 is equal to 2h square into a2. And now this gives the value of a2. So what we are doing is we are obtaining these coefficients. a0 obtained, a1 obtained, now we have obtained a2, and therefore a2 is equal to delta square y0 divided by 2h square, but that 2 can be written as 2 factorial into h square. It is because the remaining terms will occur in factorials, and thus this value is the same. So similarly we have, now what is the next value will be, from this we can guess. Here also we can write this as 1 factorial into h to the power 1. Similarly we have a3 is equal to delta cube y0 divided by, power is raised, increase, the suffix is increase, and here the terms will increase corresponding. y0 will remain fixed, h will remain fixed, but their powers will change. This is 3 factorial h cube, and so on. And so on. What is an? An will be likewise delta to the power n y0 divided by n factorial into h to the power n. So we shall put these values in 1. So putting these in 1 or substituting these in 1, these values in 1, we get. Now I shall write on that side. So what we shall get is see it is yn at x. So yn at x, left side is the same. A naught, what is A naught? Is y naught plus A1. What is A1? A1 is this one, delta y naught divided by h into x minus x naught, and plus A2. Now what is A2? A2 is here, plus A2 is delta square y naught divided by 2 factorial h square into x minus x naught into x minus x1 plus, and so on, plus what is an? An that we have obtained is delta to the power n y naught divided by n factorial h to the power n, and this will be the same. So thus we have obtained this relation. We shall suppose this as second. Now what we will put is x is equal to x naught plus nh, or instead of n we consider p. Now putting x is equal to x naught plus ph, that we will have x is equal to x naught plus ph in second, in 2, or yes, before that we will put this x is equal to x naught plus ph. Therefore what that gives, what is x minus x naught? These values we have to obtain now. So this is the value, required value. See this is x here. So we want to find y at x, and suppose that value of x is x naught, starting value is x naught, and plus some p steps into h. So p into h, that is the value of x naught plus some value, and therefore we have to obtain the value of this on the right side as x minus x naught. Therefore x minus x naught will be equal to p into h. And similarly, now you see what it will be x minus x naught into x minus x1, or we will only obtain x minus x1 because this is obtained here. What is x minus x1? So that is equal to x, I shall write here, x minus x1, which is x minus, what is x1? x1 is x naught plus h. So by our relation for x naught, x1 is next value to x naught plus h. It is placed at h distance, and that is, this is equal to x minus x naught, that is ph minus h, or this will be p minus 1 times h. And what is x minus x2? Next required value is, see, it is x minus x naught, x minus x2, etc., or yes, that will be equal to x minus, so x2 is x1, x1 plus h, and this is equal to, so x minus x1 is p minus 1 into h, x minus x1, here it is p minus 1 into h minus h, or this will be p minus 2 times h, etc. So we substitute these values in 2. So substituting these in 2, we get. Now see what is the second relation becomes. Yn at x means x naught plus ph, and I shall write that here. Yes. yn at x naught plus p times h. So that gives p value will be x minus x naught divided by h, that, and the right side is y naught plus delta y naught. Now you see what is the value of x minus x naught, that is this value is ph, and this h cancels with this h, and what we remain is p only, and delta y naught into p, or I shall write that as delta y naught into p, or p I shall write first and then I shall write delta y naught. You see h cancels, p remains, p into delta y naught. And now the next value is x minus x1. Both the values we have to write here. This value is ph and this value is p minus 1 into h. Now this h square cancels h square at the denominator, and what remains is p into p minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. So therefore the second term is p into p minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, and h square is cancelled, and this delta y square we will write here. What will be the next term? See, actually the next term we have not written here, but what will be the next term here? The next term is delta cube y naught. Delta cube y naught divided by 3 factorial into h cube, x minus x naught, x minus x1, x minus x2. And these values we have here. What is the x minus x naught is ph, and thus this is ph, this is p minus 1 into h, this is p minus 2 into h. So we have these values, and again you see this h and h cancels with h cube, and remaining values are p into p minus 1 into p minus 2, that we can write as p minus 1, p minus 2 divided by 3 factorial into delta cube y naught, and plus so on. So this will continue, plus so on, plus. Now what is the last term? That is an, that is delta raised to n y naught, and that term will be p minus 1 etc, p minus 2, and see the term last will be p minus n plus 1, p minus n plus 1. Why it is the last term? Here it is cubic power, and the term is minus 2. So this p minus 2 is actually p minus 3 plus 1, and therefore the nth term here, for in this last term, nth power term, we are writing the last term as p minus n plus 1, or actually that is p minus n minus 1. Here for cubic power it is p minus 2 means 3 minus 1. So we have here delta to the power n y naught, and therefore the term here, the difference is of 1. So here it is actually minus of n minus 1, which will be p minus n plus 1, and divided by n factorial. So this is the actual value of yn at x, because x we have assumed as x naught plus ph. So this formula is known as Newton's forward difference interpolation formula, and we can write at the most delta y naught common, and then see the y naught common. Y naught can be written common only, delta cannot be written common because there is no delta in this, and thus this is to be remembered. This is the Newton forward difference interpolation formula. So this is Newton forward difference interpolation formula, and this formula is to be used when we want to find value of x at the beginning of the table. So that we should write as a note. This formula is used to find value of x at the beginning, value of y. It gives the value of y. So yn is written to denote nth degree polynomial, and to find the value of y at the beginning of the table. Beginning values of the table. If the value is close at the beginning or at the start, then this formula is to be used. So this is the Newton forward interpolation formula, and this formula can be obtained in an alternative way. So, but we will see that next time. And so how to write the Newton forward difference interpolation formula, or how to obtain the Newton's forward difference interpolation formula using the shift operator. That is easy, and we will see that, and also the Newton's backward difference interpolation formula in our next lecture. Thank you.